I was isolated for the past 6 years plus. In my previous relationship, I was cheated on a lot. I had to choose between my life and that relationship. Life had moved on, time had moved on, the world was not waiting for me. Hello, pretty girl. So I don't know how to say this, and if I thought I should say it, and if I'm at all prepared to say it, but let's just say. So after my previous relationship, like 6 years plus some months, it was so hard for me to get separated from the start because my ex like threatened me that if I get separated with him, no one will want to date me, no one is going to love me because I already have kids and he's the only one that is good for me, blah blah blah. And because I've not been too exposed to the society, to environment, to people, because I met my ex when I was 18 years old. I met him when I was 18 years old. And before then, I've been just in boarding schools. And this boarding school was just female boarding school, female Christian boarding school, all of them. So I wasn't too exposed to the society, how people behave, how people think, that people can get deceived, like using the Bible, like the Bible, God was just the last thing or ever think that someone could use to deceive another person, and that's really how naive I wasn't socially prepared kind of child, because yeah, I grew up in a strict home also, with like mostly indoors. If we are going out, it should be for a really really good purpose why you're going out, that kind of stuff. So when I became 18 years old, life just brought me to a certain unexpected journey that I found myself alone. I was alone in a new country, Germany, and that's a long story. If anybody's interested in this story, I could say more about it, how I found myself alone. But I was suddenly alone at the age of 18. That's an adult age, yeah, but I wasn't prepared because throughout my life I was being pampered, I was being sent to boarding schools, I wasn't prepared for the outside world. And then I met my ex, and everything I knew, I believe so far, was what I heard from my ex, really. And anything about the outside world, social life, whatever interaction, everything I learned it from my ex. So I was with my ex 6 years plus, and so he really, really did threaten me like that, that if I leave him, I'm not gonna be loved. I'm not going to find a man who even wants to date a single mom, blah blah blah. Until it got to the point that I had to choose between my life and that relationship, between my life and even finding a guy who's gonna love me, And my dear, my life was a choice here, of course. Who's not gonna choose the life now? My life was a choice here. I chose my life. Okay. And so when I got out of this relationship, by God's grace, Lord to God, thank God, because you don't want to know what I went through 6 years of my youth life. You don't want to know what I went through at all. But anyways, I got separated, and I was so dumbfounded. It's like you're standing on an island, and that is surrounded by water, a lot of water, and you're the only person on that island. That is the exact situation I was into at this time of my life. I knew nothing about men, I knew nothing about women either. And the only memories, the only thing I could remember about friendship was when I was younger, and things had changed. Everybody had changed. Everybody had moved on. Life had moved on. Time had moved on. The world was not waiting for me. Everything had advanced. I was still behind. So I took it upon myself that I'm going to go on dates because I want to know men. I really wanted to know what men want from a woman, like what's up, like what's up these days. How do people behave? How do people go on dates now? What do people expect from each other? What do men expect from women? And like I just really wanted to know first. I really wanted to know first from the aspect of men, and yeah, that's because I was so backwards, and that's because I went through a lot in my previous relationship. I was cheated on a lot. I was like, when I say cheating, I mean all kinds of cheating you can think of, not just cheating with another woman. That was one of it. But everywhere someone cheats on another person, I was cheated on. Yeah. So that's why I wanted to go on dates to know, first of all, what's up in this world at all. I have been enclosed. I was isolated for the past 6 years plus. So what is going on right now? I'm so behind time. I don't know. I need to know. So I need to go on dates to to get to know men, to get to know what's going on. But listen, to my greatest surprise, right? Things have changed a whole lot. When I say a whole lot, I mean a whole lot. First of all, dating in Africa is not the same like dating in Europe. And most of the dates I went on, they were mostly like white men. And before you start to judge me, right, I'm not being choosy or something like that, but because I was in a really bad relationship with my African Nigerian baby papa, after the relationship, I didn't even want to see myself having a close relationship with a black skin guy. I swear. But that has changed now. It was just, I think it was just pain I was going through during that moment. But that has changed now because I had my era of dating white men and I had my era of dating black men. Okay, it was just like white men. I think when I got like enough of it, then I went on dates with black men also. And anyways, so white men have totally different perspective in dating. And the first thing I love is their culture, like they respect a woman. If you tell them I don't want you to touch me, they're not touching you. They are not touching you and they will not try again to touch you except they get a sign or a signal from you. I don't know about your side of the story. I'm telling you about my side of the story, okay? White men, they respect you as a woman, okay? And most of these white men, they want women who are like standing on their feet. You know what to do. You have a hobby. You're ambitious. There's three things. Some of these white men, they want someone who is already ready made, if you know what I mean. But some of them don't give a damn whether you're ready made or not. But you must have an ambition. You must know what you want in this life. You must have a hobby. And what else? And most of them really, they're like they're gentlemen. Like I don't know how to put like gentlemen, but I would say like they show care. They show care in details. In details, like they will care if you're cold. If you feel cold, they're giving you their jacket. It doesn't only happen in the movie. It has happened. It really has happened to me. My experience. They'll give you their jacket. If you want something, if you're thirsty in the middle of nowhere, you tell them they're going to find water for you to drink. If you talk to them, they are listening. Most of them, I didn't say all of them, I said most of them, and by the way, that is my own experience, okay? And let me just round this up. For black men, yeah, so for black men are really, really disrespectful. I'm so sorry to say this, but it's true. They are so freaking fucking disrespectful, and it's insane. It's insane how a black man is just gonna meet you and then he carries his hand and he's putting it over your shoulder. Like over your shoulder. Are you kidding me? Are you joking with me? Do you know me? From where? From where to where do you know me? Have you seen me before? Even if you've seen me before, what gives you the right to carry your hands and put it upon my shoulders? What? Like what? I hate it. Like I just hate it. Oh God. And if a black man wants to go on a date with you, right, he's telling you where you guys are going to. Where? Like he's telling you, he's commanding you. Okay, he's commanding you. He's not asking your opinion if you're okay with it. But this is the gig with with white men. Okay, they ask you where do you want to go to, you tell them. Or even if they have a place they would really like to go to, they tell you and they want your opinion if you like it or not. If you don't like it, you guys are not going there. Black men, they're telling you where you guys are going to, okay, and that's where you must go to. That is just where you must go. And then um most black men, they're not romantic. They are not so romantic. They don't know how to be romantic. They don't know how to just go and buy flowers for you. I'm not a flower person, but I'm just saying, okay, like I'm just giving an example of the how unromantic black African men can be. They're not romantic. They can't just annoy you and just apologize like that, like that. They can't just do that. No. And black men, when they do a little bit for you, right? A little bit. Like when they go on the date with you, they feel like they own you. In fact, you guys are already dating. They are not asking you, will you be my girlfriend? Or they're not even getting a sign from you that, yeah, I want this too. As long as you go on a date with a black man, you guys are dating automatically. That's bullshit now. Ah, come on. Hey, I beg. Anyways, that's just the little I can put together for now. This video is really, really like I was unprepared. I have no notes jotted down. I'm just like saying my story I went through. So yeah, I went on this experiment, like dating experiment. I went on dates with guys that are my type, that I know are my type. I went on date with guys that I had a good communication with. I went on date with guys who gave me good vibes. And I went on date with guys that are not my type. That when I say experiment, I mean real experiment. I did this experiment, and I went on dates with my type and the ones who were not my type. I just wanted to find out something. I was looking for something that I just had to find, and yeah, I think I found it. Yeah, I think I found a certain percentage, like up to 70%. I found what I wanted and what I was looking for. And anyways, that's my story so far. And the fact that my ex threatened me that if I leave a relationship, if I leave the relationship I had with him, nobody's gonna love me. My dear, if any guy oh, if any guy tells you like that, right? He's lying to you. That is deceit. That is cheating. Okay, he is undermining you. I tell you, when I left my ex, you see all some of these TikTok videos where they show that when a girl is together with a guy, she looks like this. Immediately they separated, she's like looking hot and so on. That is me, right? If you want me to show you my pictures of before and my pictures now, you know that is me. Immediately I separated with my ex, gosh, my neighbors did not recognize me again. Again. Like, g- I took good care of myself, right? I wasn't looking for a relationship. I wasn't even ready for a relationship because I just got away from one that was really hurtful. My dear, guys were flaunting. Guys were chatting me up. It was like a new thing for me that guys are chatting me up. For 6 years plus of my life, I never got that. Listen, even if you're married, right? As long as you look good, guys will chat you up. That's it. It means this girl, she's good to go, she has a good character, she's beautiful, she's this. And beauty is not only from outside, from inside, you're beautiful, inside, outside. Guys will chat you up. Guys never did to me. First, I wasn't talking to anybody. My ex made sure he isolated me so good that nobody would even recognize me. Secondly, outwardly, I was like an old woman. I was I told you I was with my ex from when I was 18 to 24 years old, but I looked like a 45 years old. Yeah, that's how I looked. No guy would chat me up. No guy would walk up to me and chat me up. Except some kind of guys, if you know what I'm talking about, okay? So I'm just walking on the street. I'm just going to my restaurant trips, bar trips, whatever it is, right? Guys are talking to me. Even when I let them know, like the first thing I let them know, look, I have two kids. And they're like, so what? So what? And I'm asking you, not a single woman, but looking at me, so what? You have kids, so what? My dear, even if you have 5 kids, so what? There's a guy out there for everybody. Everybody, there's a guy out there for everybody. Okay? It was so strange to me that guys were talking to me. It was like a whole new, I was in a whole new world. I haven't experienced that ever since I met my ex. When you meet somebody and they don't increase your life, that's a very wrong choice. There are two things I always say right now. It's either my life is remaining the same, as good as it is if I meet a guy, as good as it is the same, or it's increasing. But it's not going down, not even 0.01% down. No. And do that for yourself too.